GasTalk.
Welcome back, y'all. Episode 15 of Gas Talk. It's a special episode. I'm Spencer,
I'm Dank Dad.
and this is the 710 episode.
Ooh, it's my first real 710 holiday, so.
National Oil Day for all of you that don't know.
Did you know that 710 was oil backwards?
Yeah.
I did too, but I was just,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I found that out, and I was like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so gonna recap some of the events that went on this past weekend, give you guys a little bit of insight on how we feel about concentrates, our first experience with concentrates.
Concentrate stories.
Yeah, some concentrated stories, some concentrated beefs that are going on right now in the industry.
Event recaps.
Yeah, we got
Some drops.
a bunch of good stuff for you guys, so
Tune
welcome
in.
to episode 15.
Roll up, dab up. Let's get to it. So, what kind of, well, first, explain to people that might not know. I'm pretty sure everybody watching and listening knows what concentrate is, but what is wax, I guess?
It
That's what they
is,
say. Wax, concentrate, blobs.
it's the extracted cannabinoids from cannabis in a solidified form, whether it was extracted with heat and pressure, butane, hexane, propane. It's the extraction of cannabinoids from cannabis.
Into its rawest form or
Most concentrated
most
form.
concentrated form. That's why it's called concentrate.
And that's why we're celebrating, baby. So now that we get a dummy lesson,
Just so they're up to speed.
Yeah, concentrates come in all different consistencies, shapes, colors, all that good stuff. What's your go-to consistency?
I like a good earwax consistency. Like
Like that, like taffy-ish.
kinda, you can make really good donuts out of it. So like I make a homemade donut, like the ones that roll up to a nice
Yeah.
string. I like, earwax because it's not too saucy, but it's not too thick.
I
It'll
feel
still
it.
work, but it won't like stick to your hand or some shit.
Or
So
crumble down too much and shit.
That's like shattered diamonds. That shit's like 2017 to me. I just got into like hash, I'd say, but I like a good earwax consistency. What's your go-to?
I would say, pretty similar. I like that putty consistency. You throw it in the freezer, it gives you, like that nice ability to form something, like you said, a nice donut.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely say that.
Do you store your concentrates?
Yeah, I store them in the freezer.
I don't. I need to become
Well,
a grown-up
like-
dabber.
Like, not sound like a dick, but like, I search out like good rosin. So when I find it, like I want to make sure it's stored properly. I want to make sure the integrity of it's kept intact all the way through the jar. So yeah, you gotta store it properly.
I mean, if you dab it all in like 2 days, does it really need to go in the fridge every time?
I mean,
It depends.
respect the terms. Respect
I
the
feel
terms.
Nope, you learn. I ask questions because I don't know everything about dabbing like I do flour. I feel like so.
Okay.
It's good to learn. But so, how long have you been dabbing? Or doing
Fuck, too
concentrates?
long. I'm 29 now. Since I was 14.
So you smoked and did your first dab all in the first like year?
No, I'll say I did my first dab at 16 because it was when I was graduated high school.
Do you remember your first like legit
Yeah,
time
my
taking a
my
dab?
boy brought over a health stone and we put some crumble on the top. And with the health stone, you put the concentrate on top, then you hit it with a butane torch and then inhaled it. So we put a big ass, hand whipped crumble nugget right on the
600
top.
degrees. Couldn't even test to see how hot it was.
Dog. We torched it, I hit it, I held it in, and the next thing I knew, like, I fell on my ass. Like, I didn't lose consciousness, but, like, I just got so dizzy and blowed that, like, I just fell on my ass. I was like, yo, I fucks with that. Like, that is fun. And that's when they were selling, like I said, concentrates that were made in people's garage, untested, hand whipped,
Oh,
for like, fuck, 60, 70, 80 a gram.
Yeah.
we were happy to pay it because
Oh, of course, thank you. No
the
idea
wave
what it was.
just starting. What about you? What's your first dabbing experience?
So it was probably around this. It wasn't the same time. I was in college, probably like 2012. I was off campus like 2013. Walked to the weed man house and he had like all his boys there and shit. He wasn't like the trap weed man. He was just the cool white boy. No, he went to the school. He just lived out there. People probably know what I'm talking about if they know me back then. And then it was like, I walk in. I just went to go get the dub. I wanted a 1.7. I was gonna walk back to the crib, smoke, watch TV, go to sleep or whatever.
Go to 1.7s.
Pull up. I walked up. Get there. They all sitting at the tables. Big dumbass glass piece. I really just started rolling up my own weed. So I hadn't even been smoking like 6 months. Like for real. That's a lie. I've been smoking probably like a year. But I'm like fresh in. So they had a table like this, couch behind them and shit. Dude playing the game, people over here smoking and rolling. I'm like, all right. They're like, hey, y'all get the bag. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, all right, bro, I'm about to dip. Take my little mile, walk back to the crib, do what I do, get the gas station. They're like, you want to take a dab? I'm like, what? I see this glass contraption reminds me of crack because I see the butane. I don't know nothing about it. I'm like,
that's everyone's first impression of when they see concentrates and smoking. It's like, oh, y'all are smoking crack.
I'm like, but Chuck ain't no bitch. So
you're like, saying you would smoke crack if it happened
to
be crack?
I wouldn't. I mean, if it was right then and there, they would have got my ass. So who knows?
Lesson: only dab with people you know because it may or may not be crack.
It didn't look like crack. It looked like liquidy shit, like resin, like not like the consistency that we like now.
My boys were smoking crack. All I'm saying.
They do. So now that I tell the story, I'm like, damn, did I do crack? Is that what my tolerance is about?
So they load up the bong.
They load that bitch up. It's all red. And he's like, once it stops glowing red, hit it. And they're like 10 seconds. I'm like, all right. Inhale, big. Hold it. Blow that shit right. Whoever was sitting across the table's face. Step back like 5-6 steps. Sit on the couch. Out. I wake up. It's dark. Everybody's gone.
Damn, they just left you.
They said they tried. I still had the weed in my pocket that I bought. Walked my ass to the crib. Got some Rellos and carried on. It's like I hit the reset, bro.
Yeah, and for y'all that have never met or seen Chuck in person, he's a very large man, so them leaving him does kind of make sense. And
I was bigger back then. It was closer to 300.
He's unnecessarily large for a podcast host.
There are bigger podcast hosts out there, I'm sure.
So left you on the couch, dabbed the fuck out for your first time.
One hit, dabbed the fuck out. Didn't do another dab for probably like 7 years.
Well, 7 years later, now that you're a wily old vet in the dab community, what would you say your favorite type of concentrate is? Is it BHO, SIFT, bubble hash, rosin?
I like a good hash rosin.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like a little bougie, but I'm not really smoking
in this day and age.
disties and like crumbles.
If you're dabbing disty, you deserve to go to jail.
I don't even know if people dab disty.
I've seen people do it.
Alright, that's different. Somebody told me you should fucking put moon rock in a puff coat and I fucked my chamber up.
Definitely cannot.
You can't. I was pissed.
Whoever told you that
is a dickhead.
Yeah, they don't know what they were talking about, man.
But yeah, you can't put everything in the mix. But a good hash, that earwax shit, you don't need a lot of it, like a good 0.2 like you don't need no glob as people call them.
Nice little booger to get the job done.
Yeah, and it's quick. I like dabs because it's quick. I don't have to roll up. I can do it while the kids upstairs watching Bubble Guppies or some shit real quick. Run back up.
Peppa Pig.
I don't fuck with Peppa Pig.
Shout out Peppa Pig.
That bitch got an attitude problem.
She do. It's a British.
Backhand that little hoe.
So some good hash rosin and team fuck Peppa Pig.
Yeah. What about you? What's your go-to?
So, out of convenience, good hash rosin. Love rosin. If I do a bit of a hunt, then like I want like a really good bubble hash, like a 6-star bubble hash. 710 just started making them freshly fine. Has some possibly coming out.
Like I'm seeing a lot of fucking MKX had bubble hash pre-rolls. I wouldn't touch them.
No, I'm talking about like real deal,
Real
like
bubble
melt in
hash.
your hand. Like that you can dab bubble hash.
But
like,
that's the problem with metric. Everybody's calling it something, but it's not truly that to me.
That's what I'm saying. A couple companies have some coming out, or they already do have it out, and it's pretty fire. So,
But
I'm fucking with that.
on the flip side, there's a lot of fire rosin. I feel like going around
Oh,
metric.
yeah.
What would be your go-to? No free shout-outs, but like if you had your choice of say like you get to pick 2 grams. Let's just say companies.
So, I would grab Yeti Stash out of the black market.
Mm-hmm.
They always got some fire flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Shaq just joined us, everybody. Yeah, Yeti Stash out of the black market, and then fuck. I plead the 5th because
That's fair.
it's they both the you know what, fuck it. I would take the Sprees from IE, and then I would take the Banana Punch number 4 Percy rosin from 710. They both got fire. Like those are my
Funny
2
as fuck you say
go-to
those
that
two
like I'm
companies.
dabbing right now.
That's fucking hilarious. I'll touch that in a minute.
What are you taking?
That's ironic as shit. I'll probably black market, probably Connoisseur Creations.
Okay.
That's just gas.
That's your
I got lucky enough to bump into somebody, so I can get my hands on that. And then I don't know. So you said we're gas. Like I don't think they've missed on anything I've grabbed personally from them. But just to be a little different, Eastside Alchemy, they're pretty up there.
That
I
was
like
my
their
third of
stuff. That and then but Archive dropped some Black Maple. I like that. And then they had a coffee creamer, I want to say.
Yeah, no, I haven't tried Archive in a bit.
Pretty
Maybe it's my time to circle back around to
A
them.
little tad bit pricey for my pockets, but what rosin isn't, so.
Yeah, but that's a big part of like having personally what I think a good rosin brand is like something that you can consistently buy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a high quality product for, you know, a good price. But yeah, 710 this year was definitely something. So, you know, that was a trip down our little dabbing memory lane.
Yeah,
But
good times.
back in fucking current events, some shit was popping off this past weekend.
There's a lot on social media, a couple things in real life. I know I popped out to that North Coast Rolling event.
Yeah.
710, that was lit. Shout out to them. Thanks for the invite. That was dope. I mean, they had some dudes rolling for like 4 or 5 hours.
That's
So
crazy.
just rolling. I'm like, that's wild. And they probably rolled up when they got home too.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Those rollers love to roll, man. Like, it's crazy.
It's soothing. It's probably soothing. It's like therapeutic, I would say.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
To an extent. You get in your zone and you
Yeah.
just go.
So,
But
yeah.
I know some other events. I know Stizzy.
Yeah, Stizzy had like
launch.
a launch or tasting
Flavors.
party something.
Yeah, I didn't make it out to that, but
Yeah, we saw pictures on Instagram that looked like, you know, the venue looked pretty tight.
it was a different one. I think it's like not one of the regular event spots.
Yeah, no,
That's
it was
always
definitely
cool
a
to
different
see.
one. Then I know 710 Labs had like their little pre 710 party. I was supposed to go to that, but I was out of town. You know, we both had to deal with families last week with the holidays. Happy 4th.
Fucking regular life.
Yeah, we do have regular lives. But yeah, there was definitely some shit going on last week. I definitely wish we made it out to more. I'm happy you made it out to the North Coast event just so we could see, you know,
Yeah.
what they were talking about.
I know there's a lot of stuff coming up that I kind of want to make. Maybe not a lot, but I'm definitely trying to go on the boat, get fucked up.
Yeah, the Canna Babes event's coming.
That'll be lit.
Roots of what's that one Detroit festival? That's
Motor
com-
City Roots.
Motor City Roots is coming up.
I know Cannabis just happened. Ludacris was,
Yeah,
city.
over on the west side of the state,
That was dope.
Muskegon.
Yeah, I wasn't driving out there.
No, I got invited out there, and I'm like, that's when I was coming down from up north. I'm like, yeah, I can't drive all the way to the west side of
miles
the
you
state.
put on your fucking vehicle for cannabis.
I know, man.
It's
It's
lightweight
nuts.
insane.
It's fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
But yeah, busy fucking weekend. The craziest thing is fucking the Drake concert that everyone was all hyped up about.
Funny shit is, I didn't even know it happened until the next day.
See, I wish you could have worked security at that and got missing. That would have been lit.
That would have been lit.
That would have been lit as fuck.
You wouldn't have got a fucking shoe thrown at him.
He got shoes thrown at him, bras thrown at him. This motherfucker went like 20 minutes over the curfew.
Only 20?
Yeah, so he went 23 minutes over the curfew,
And
and
it's
it's
$10
$10,000 every minute.
Smooth. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he still made a couple million.
He did, because like he even won his bets that night because he was betting UFC. I saw it on Instagram. So that motherfucker like got his show money plus the money he won off his bets.
So that was bar money. He probably
Yeah,
just
he don't give a fuck.
club money or some shit. I'm
Bro,
sure
you
he
got
didn't.
you got a plane with an owl on it. You're not worried about no 235 fans. Like,
Did you see that Rick Ross random as fuck? Did you see Rick Ross like shut down American Airlines or something, like all their flights were delayed, and then his was just landing all nonchalantly and shit.
I would be pissed as a passenger.
I mean, it's what he's gonna do. Hang on air. He's gotta land.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I would still be pissed as a passenger on one of those other planes. But yeah, I heard the Drake concert was a little vibe, but pretty tight.
I'm sure it was, but all that money. I saw something that was like, shit, what was it, banned a ticket? It was like Drake and 21 had to do
For
something.
main floor was a bandit ticket because my dumb ass was even looking at tickets. I'm like, should I go? But I decided against that.
Turn on the radio, fucking turn on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll hear all the same songs
Concert in your
anyway.
fucking house.
But
Yeah, my
it
frugal
was,
ass.
it was a poppin', last weekend into 7-10 weekend and whatnot.
It was.
You saw a bunch of fucking hash drops just with the holidays. 710 just had a big new drop.
Yeah. You think rosin pods are about to be the new thing?
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
rosin on the go, like little
Mhm.
half-gram pods. I'm seeing those pop up everywhere.
As long as people can put out like a good, reliable hardware.
It's the hardware.
Yeah, that's all it comes down
Because
to.
if I taste fucking Riesling, I'm taking that bitch back to whatever dispensary, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or there's something wrong. Because that's the biggest part, just letting that shit sit in itself. Like, how do you clean it? You don't.
You just gotta smoke it. And that's what
Smoke the
sucks.
shit out of it. It's in like a day or two, or it's
Yup.
no good. But it's a lot. I know Dutch Girl Rising came out a little bit ago. I finally got my hands on that. It was alright.
Like that one?
It wasn't to die for.
Huh. No, I gotta try that one.
Oh, I thought you had it, like, you didn't like it.
No, I haven't had that one, but I know information entropy
Mhm.
and the people, who were in the industry back in the day, the hash critics / the wave, they're collabing now. So,
I'm like, sometime in July.
no, it already came out.
Really?
The Honolulu Blue, the Mackinac Peaches. They did a couple of different, strain collabs. So,
Where else can cannabis market? Because I see shit on Instagram days late. And it's like, where else do we mingle? And thanks for blowing that shit right in my face.
you sound like that. I was trying to do. I was passing.
Fuck. It's like, I don't see shit. My algorithm must just suck. I guess that's just me bitching.
You just got all like the parent stuff on your algorithm. And I got all the even stuff.
I do have a lot of parent shit in sports.
Yeah,
It's a nice mix.
but yeah,
Maybe.
I'm excited to see what else the Wave and IE come out with, just because they're both great hash making companies or hash making dudes. Because I really don't know how many of them there are. So excited to see what they come out with. And then,
And Wizard Trees.
yup.
Is that what you were about to say?
Yep, Wizard Trees is coming out from Cali. They got a licensing deal with a store out here, so
I'm not gonna ask you the name of the store because I can see that you
no free shout outs.
don't want to say it. But
No free shout outs.
is it a processor
No.
that's going to? Well, they still got to get some type of processing.
So
or they got their own.
The company that they partnered up with has a bunch of grows already. They have a bunch of retail locations. They just.
But is it gonna be good? Like, are they
That's
decent?
the thing. Wizard Trees out in Cali is fireweed.
It's all about the branding here. Like, what do you do here?
They
Who
have
put in
so the
charge
company
here?
that they partner with does great branding. I'm curious to see how the flower is going to come out.
It's all about the product. I don't give a fuck about the package. Like,
Yeah,
you
so
can get it out there.
I know
It'll
it's dropping tomorrow at that new store in Ferndale. No free shout outs. So I'll probably stop up there and
The new store that just had that grand opening.
yeah,
Oh, that shit was crazy.
that's what you keep saying.
I was there. My experience sounded like it was not as long nor rainy as others, but it was a good time. But there was a lot of people in the community. Shout out to everybody that I saw there. Pink Sesh Girls. Hey. It was cool. I got to cut the line, so I'm probably not complaining as much as others. I think it's because I had a fresh haircut.
Oh, that's exactly.
And these
what-
old ladies like, oh my God, you're beautiful. So I definitely went and took a picture with them and like hopped by the front of the door and cut out like 4 hours of wait time. I had to go to work too. So.
It's crazy that they had a line that went 4 hours
There's like
long.
500 people out there.
Hey, shout
I
out
will
to
say,
them.
like we talk about marketing a lot and shit. Like it wasn't over the top, but it was precise.
Yeah,
Like
it's focused.
They did it right. I feel like that's how a rollout should be.
No, shout out to them. It definitely seems like they did it the right way. I have some homies that work there, so
Mm-hmm.
wish them the best. And
Yeah, I wish them a lot of luck for sure.
But fucking enough of the fun and games. Some fucking hard hitting cannabis news.
Oh man, the juicy shit.
Juicy shit. Element Gate. Pinwheel Gate. There are fake element papers going around.
I sense another lawsuit.
And shout out to my boy Scott from Freshly Fine for putting me hip to this.
But how did people find out? Like,
Because all the heady boys online, on Instagram and Reddit, somehow all, put their brains together and realized that there was a bunch of fake Element XL king size floating around. The wide ones that I like and every other
in
joint
the actual
roller
holographic little pack that you guys use and
no, just the regular king size one. So the real one has a pinwheel in the top left corner.
Mhm.
All the fake ones going around don't have the pinwheel at all.
it's a big miss.
And I didn't even realize it, but for the past 6-8 months, I've been wondering, I'm like, why aren't these element papers sticking? I know how to roll a joint. I know how to roll a donut. Is my
You're
spit
going through it.
Is my spit not working anymore?
And they had you thinking of something wrong with you.
Yeah,
Like, you
like-
was like, you about to go see the doctor or some shit.
I was
That's
nervous.
why you went to Woods for a minute, huh?
Yes.
I-
I swear to God,
Wood
that's
won't
exactly
fucking
why I
fail
went to
you.
it. And this is a real element paper, and
Are you sure?
yes, because it got a pinwheel on the pack. I'm
Okay.
this rolled perfectly. So, smokers out there, beware. If your element king size don't have the pinwheel, don't fucking smoke it. And shout out to Scott at Freshly Fine for getting me on.
So are they
game.
where do you buy elements? Like just
I would buy mine at smoke shops, at my store.
damn. So either somebody at Element got down, like maybe they're just
I think
cut back on something.
no, dog. I think it's more so tobacco wholesalers, the guys that these stores order their supply from, found a cheap knockoff in China, thinking no one would notice. Started ordering that.
Well, you didn't for fucking a year.
Fuck you. And people are just starting to catch on now, but
That's tragic.
yeah,
That's what I've been saying. Don't pass me no fucking paper. Knock off shit.
shout out to Vandal.
Havana Leafs, man. You can't beat them. Can't beat them, join them. You did the right thing. Proud of you.
They're good. I fuck with
They're
them.
fire. That's
So,
crazy.
hot take. I know we've talked about this a couple other times, and our appreciation of hand rolled, but are hand rolled joints getting played out in the market?
So from a consumer standpoint, like if it was just me, if I was going to purchase a pre-roll to buy, I would rather get a hand rolled because I hate papers. I feel like when they all pack them, they fucking you only get $3 worth of that bitch. It might canoe or something. So they smoke better, but I mean you're paying for someone's time and they're a tad pricey. So people aren't gonna use them as like their go-tos. Like they're not top sellers.
Like there's some companies doing 1 gram hand rolls, 2 gram hand rolls, 3.5 gram hand rolls. And I'm just seeing a lot more companies pop up with donuts, non-infused hand rolls, and
They smoke better. So for me, they're not played out, no. But for, let's say like a retailer, yeah, maybe because they don't move as fast and they cost you a bit more.
Exactly.
So
I think I'm looking at it more so
from
that
a retailer standpoint, yeah.
Just like,
but from just like a smoker standpoint, no, they're never. I mean, all my shit's hand rolled. You're not gonna catch me packing shit.
no, I'm talking about like the hand roll joints from the dispensaries, not like.
Yeah, I mean, it's the equivalent of just me. I'm paying to not spend the time.
Oh, you're saying you'll always buy one of those as opposed to.
If I was like on the road or some shit, stopped at a dispensary.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I'm not buying no fucking 1 gram regular flour.
No.
I'm buying a hand rolled. I'll pay an extra 10
Yeah, no.
to get a decent
I feel you
smoke.
on that. I just feel like a lot of them have gone into the market, and I really want to see the price point go down. So, yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes and where it gets to by the end of the summer.
There's always two sides to it, but I totally see it from a retailer. Like, this shit's sitting on the shelf, this one case for 3 weeks to a month. I could have been moved 3 cases of regular 1 grammers.
Yeah, exactly.
For half the price.
So we've had a regular civilian holiday, 4th of July. We've had a cannabis holiday or oil holiday in 710. What's been just, vibing the fucking high? What's just been, making the high that much better, Chuck?
Man, I swear I was thinking about it on the way over here and I had it. Then you get high and you lose it. So can I double back and ask you first?
Okay, what about what blows your high?
What blows my high?
Yeah.
It's crazy, that's always easier. And it's shitty because things should make you happier, not blow your high. But probably all the fucking stupid little beef in the cannabis community, I feel like it's really high school. Like it's supposed to be peace, love, and weed. Like we're supposed to be a community of the flower, And you just see a lot of petty shit going on. And that, like, it's funny at times, but then once you just see it too much negativity, it kind of blows my head.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the cannabis industry for quite some time now, and it's always been like that. A lot of the same people who are like petty and childish in the black market are the same ones who are petty and childish now. So it doesn't really even surprise me, but I definitely understand what you're saying.
Like it's a business, yeah, but in business you don't have to be petty and childish. Just don't fuck with that person in business. But when you care about their personal or what they do to put food on the table for them more than you seem to care about your own shit, and then you just downplay it, talk about it, and just keep nagging at it.
Yeah.
It's always something different every week too. Damn near every 2 days.
I feel you.
So that blows my high for sure.
Did you have time to jumble up what vibes you're high?
I mean, what vibes my high? Oh, my birthday's coming up.
There you go.
And
That's a good one.
me and the kids are going to Orlando. So it's always the kids. I fuck with them. I'm glad I made them.
I would hope so.
It's some people out here, unfortunately, that don't.
Oh, I know. There's some weak ass
That'd be
parents out
dope.
there.
You have fucking dad versus deadbeat boxing match. And you just go in and just tee off on them.
You're just gonna beat up other people's baby daddies.
For fundraising for children.
You're just gonna go beat up other people's
No, I'm
baby
not going to
daddies?
go beat them up. We're going to meet in a ring at an event for charity and squabble,
Okay,
and I'll come out victorious.
sounds good.
I'd go to that. So what vibes your high, Mr. Spencer?
I'm gonna keep it simple this week. After you do like your laundry and everything's nice and hot, you just fold it. You make your bed with your like freshly washed sheets. You have a couple joints rolled next to it, and then you just get into bed, watch a movie, and it's more so the fresh crispiness of.
You throw your drawers in the dryer when you get in the shower, so you can put them on and they're warm.
Fuck yeah. Like, just, that's what vibes my high, is some nice, crispy, fresh laundry. And I'll say what blows my high is the fact that you want to beat up strangers, baby mom, baby daddies in a boxing ring and try to pimp it off as charity. That's assault.
It can be for free.
See, now you just want to beat up somebody's baby daddy.
I don't fuck with deadbeats.
Neither do I. We have a lot of digging to do.
They blow my fucking hot. If you fuck with deadbeats, turn this shit off and unfollow us.
We're gonna have a therapy session.
We're not.
Don't be a deadbeat, but
Don't let me know you're a deadbeat.
I gotta talk to Chuck a bit. He got real fired up. So with that being said,
Man,
happy 710. Don't be a deadbeat.
don't.
And this has been episode 15 of Gas Talk.
Peace.